Bonjour à tous and welcome to Learn French with Vincent. This is Unité 8, leçon G. And in this lesson we'll discover together la forme passive. So it's quite important. Take the time to relax and we'll start right now. So I wanted to put an example, simple sentence, okay, here. We've got Jean mange une pomme. Okay, so Jean, that's the name of the person. Mange, manger, to eat, and it's the present form. Une pomme, an apple. Okay, so if we have a look at this sentence, of course, Jean is the subject of the sentence. Then we've got mange, manger, so it's the verb. Okay, then we'll have une pomme, so that's what we call complément d'objet direct. I know it's a bit scary, so complément just because it will complete the sentence, it will give more information, okay? Then objet direct, so objet, it's not because it's an apple, okay? It could be a person, it's grammatically, it's an object, okay? So, and then direct, just because between your verb and this complément, you don't have any preposition, okay? So normally we tend to write it like that, COD, okay? Complément d'objet direct, all right? And then if you think about the sentence, normally when you've got a sentence like that, so Jean mange une pomme, well, the important thing in this sentence is the subject, okay? For one good reason, it's just because we start with it. And as it's here in the first place, well, we tend to think that this is the most important thing of the sentence, okay? So if we would like to put the focus on le complément d'objet direct, so if we would like to have une pomme as the main thing of the sentence, okay? So it would be actually the whole idea of this form passive, okay? So what could we do? We could first take une pomme, okay, and then of course put it in the first place, because, well, the focus will be on the first word or first thing that will come in the sentence. Then we take Jean, and then of course, Jean is not coming right after because the verb should come between the two. So it will be here. Okay? And after that, manger, so the verb mange here, should be transformed. And that's the whole thing of the passive form. Okay? You will have to use être. So you will have to conjugate être plus le participe passé of your verb. Okay, in that case it's quite easy because manger belongs to the first group of verbs, so regular verbs, and then when we talk about the participe passé form, it will be manger like that with the accent on the top of the here. Okay, so let's have a look how it will go. Une pomme est, so the verb être at the present form, because here we've got a sentence at the present form. Manger, okay? So as I said, you've got this accent aigu, okay? And the important thing here is that because we construct this passive form with être, then we should, at the end of the participe passé, add something if it's feminine or if it's plural. In that case, une pomme, an apple. You can see here that it's feminine, une pomme. So we will add this so the mark of the feminine. Okay, so une pomme est mangée Jean. And obviously something is missing here, okay? And the thing that we will put or we will add to construct this passif will be par. All right, so now we've got this sentence, une pomme est mangée par Jean. and it's the passive form. Okay? Forme active, Jean mange une pomme. Forme passive, une pomme est mangée par Jean. Alright? Let's take another example. I did put this la pomme instead of une pomme, but well, technically it's the same. The important thing is that this passive form will be, it will be possible to make it at the present form, or even at the future, at the passé composé, at the imparfait, because the only thing that will change will be être. Okay? So in that case, example for le présent, Jean mange la pomme. You change it and you get la pomme est mangée par Jean. Okay, so that's the one we saw, so it's actually quite easy. But then now, let's see if we've got le futur. So the sentence will go like Jean mangera, okay, so it's this will eat, okay, la pomme. And then if you want to put this sentence at the passive form, then la pomme sera, so remember sera, it's the form of être at the future, okay? So that's the only thing that will change. So you definitely should know by heart all the form of être, and obviously avoir, but not avoir for this lesson, but still. So you should know them by heart because you will have to use them. For instance, in this passive form, you must use them. So la pomme sera mangée par Jean. So the rest doesn't change. That's the only thing that you will have to change. You put this être form, okay, at the correct tense. In that case, it's the futur. And then let's see le passé composé now. Jean a mangé la pomme, okay? And then if you, change it and put it at the passive form. So, la pomme a été, remember this a été is the passé composé form of être, okay? Mangé par Jean. The rest doesn't change. Okay, so let's have a look at the conditionnel présent because we saw it already in the previous unit. Jean mangerait la pomme, okay, would eat, okay, c'est mangerait la pomme. So if you change it, la pomme serait, okay, and that's the conditionnel présent form of être, mangé par Jean. Okay, then imparfait, Jean mangeait la pomme était mangée par Jean. And the last one, conditionnel passé, because that's the last one we saw. Jean aurait mangé la pomme aurait été, and that's here, aurait été, conditionnel passé form of être, mangé par Jean. Okay? So remember, être, then participe passé, then par. Don't forget this par because it's quite important. Okay, and this will be the three elements that you will need to use to construct this form passive. Okay, I hope it was clear. Have a great day, and then remember more videos on youtube.com/IMAGIERS, and then don't be afraid and send me a little something just to tell me what you think about the videos. The website is here, and then you can find more material there. Bye bye. Bonjour à tous and welcome to Learn French with Vincent. This is Unité 8, leçon H. And in this lesson we'll see together la conjugaison à la forme passive. So we saw la forme passive in the previous video lesson, so I definitely advise you to watch it if you didn't do it. And then in this lesson we'll take few examples, or at least two examples, two verbs, and then we'll see how they go, okay? So remember that we will see in this lesson le présent, le futur, le passé composé, le conditionnel présent, and then l'imparfait. These are the verbs that we already covered in these lessons or in the previous lessons, okay? So that's the reason why we will try to see how they go at the passive form, all right? So remember that if you want to construct this forme passive, then the first thing will be être, and this verb être will be changed, so according to the fact whether it's present, futur, passé composé, etc. And then after that you will put this participe passé form, okay, to get your passive form. Alright, so that's it. We'll take two examples. The first one will be admirer, to admire, and then the second one will be choisir, to choose, okay? But then the idea is that as we will change them in or at this form passive, so clearly it will be to be admired and to be chosen, okay? So let's see now, admirer. Présent, so it will be je suis admiré. Tu es admiré, il est admiré, elle est admirée, nous sommes admirés, vous êtes admirés, ils sont admirés, elles sont admirées. Alright, so as you can see, être will be the only thing that will change here. Alright, well, if we are really honest, then we can say that the participe passé form here is changing as well, because if you can see, if you have a look here, it's here like that written et, and then here you just add this okay? Remember that we add this final because we've got here a feminine subject, and so this final is the mark of the feminine, so singular feminine, okay? But then if you really want to think about that phonetically, you don't pronounce it, so whether it's masculine admirer or feminine admirer, you will pronounce them the same way. But still, if you want to write it correctly, you should add this So same thing here. If we look at this last form here, we've got this S at the end. So S is the mark of the plural. So you should put it at the end. You don't pronounce it, okay? So you get admirer, but still you should put it. And here you've got, well, first the feminine and then the plural S. Phonetically, it is the same, admirer. Okay, so you've got phonetically only one form, and it's admirer. Okay, but then keep in mind that because we constructed with être here, then we should put the feminine here if the subject is feminine, the plural here if the subject is masculine plural here, and then the feminine plural here if the subject is feminine plural. Okay, so it will be the same for all the tenses. Okay, so I won't repeat that after. Okay, and then keep in mind that être, so the verb, will be the only thing that will change in this, these structures. All right, so let's see now le futur. Je serai admiré, tu seras admiré, il sera admiré, elle sera admirée, nous serons admirés, vous serez admirés, ils seront admirés, elles seront admirées. All right, so if we want to make this structure at the passé composé form, so j'ai été admiré, so you can see that here you've got j'ai été, all right, so it's the verb être, to be, okay, but at the passé composé form. All right. Tu as été admiré, il a été admiré, elle a été admirée, nous avons été admirés, vous avez été admirés, ils ont été admirés, elles ont été admirées. All right? So if we want to make it at the conditionnel présent form, then we will get je serais admiré, tu serais admiré, il serait admiré, elle serait admirée, nous serions admirés, vous seriez admirés, il serait admiré, elle serait admirée. Okay, so same thing here. If you look carefully, that's only the verb être that will change. And then imparfait form would be j'étais admiré, tu étais admiré, il était admiré, elle était admirée, nous étions admirés, vous étiez admirés, ils étaient admirés, elles étaient admirées. All right? So clearly it's not that difficult. The only thing that you should definitely remember by heart is the verb. It's the verb être at all the forms that we already covered, okay? And then you will have to use it, well, clearly to make this passive form, all right? So the second verb that I wanted to will introduce was choisir, okay? So at the present form, it will go like je suis choisi, tu es choisi, il est choisi, elle est choisie, nous sommes choisis, vous êtes choisis, ils sont choisis, elles sont choisies. So same thing here that we had for admirer. So remember that you will have to here, for example, put the at the end for the feminine, okay? Because here we've got the feminine singular, so we just add okay? You will have this s at the end here for the plural, so masculine plural, and you will have this es feminine plural form. Okay, same rule, you don't pronounce them. So phonetically, you will have choisi, 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 and choisi. So the same phonetical form, okay? And it's quite easy to remember. Je serai choisi, tu seras choisi, il sera choisi, elle sera choisie, nous serons choisis, vous serez choisis, ils seront choisis, elles seront choisies. Okay? Let's see the passé composé form. J'ai été choisi, tu as été choisi, il a été choisi, elle a été choisie, nous avons été choisis, vous avez été choisis, ils ont été choisis, elles ont été choisies. Then the conditionnel présent form, je serai choisi, tu serais choisi, il serait choisi, elle serait choisie, nous serions choisis, vous seriez choisis, il serait choisi, elle serait choisie. Okay? And last but not least, imparfait. J'étais choisi, tu étais choisi, il était choisi, elle était choisie, nous étions choisis, vous étiez choisis, ils étaient choisis, elles étaient choisies. Alright? So, that's it for la conjugaison à la forme passive. If you want more videos, then youtube.com/imagier and the website imagier.net if you want more material, or then if you want to send me a little message, it would be nice. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.